chasing more jello. All I see is numbers. Rain on my umbrella.
Dropshipping is evolving. The days of spending thousands of dollars on Facebook ads just to make a 5% profit margin is over. The barrier to entry is lower than ever for anyone to start dropshipping and make thousands of dollars, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is all thanks to TikTok. TikTok Organic has changed the dropshipping game forever. Literally anybody can go viral by posting a couple TikToks and bring hundreds of sales to their Shopify store. But because the barrier to entry is so low, there are already hundreds of dropshippers on TikTok trying to blow up their products. So you need to outcompete all of them. Literally anybody can go viral on TikTok, but the ones who do it consistently are going to succeed in the end. So today I'm going to share with you guys the 5 viral content ingredients that you guys can implement in your videos to go viral more often. I'm also going to be breaking down 2 dropshippers selling the same exact product. I'm going to explain why one of them is doing amazing and why the other one is struggling. So let's get right into the 5 viral content ingredients. The first ingredient on the list is controversy, and the second ingredient is shock. And I'm gonna pair these two together because I feel like the usefulness of controversy and shock are kind of like the same. Basically, the main goal of controversy and shock is to spark emotion in the viewer. That's why I think it's the most important, because bro, humans are emotional creatures. We are not intellectual creatures. We react based on our emotions. So if a video gets you angry, you're gonna run to the comments and write a hate comment. If it makes you laugh, you're gonna want to see more of that content. You know, you react to it based on how it makes you feel. This can be done with bold statements, bold claims, by making mistakes on purpose to drive the keyboard warriors in, by wearing funny clothes, like weird looking clothes. Basically anything you can think of to spark emotion in the viewer fits into controversy and shock. So those are the first 2 ingredients, controversy and shock. And the next viral ingredient is confusion. And I'm not gonna lie, this one's kind of like confusing to explain, but basically you want to make people like rewatch the video. You want to make people sit there and be like, what does this even mean? Like what? You gotta do this on a very fine line, because if you confuse people too much, they're just gonna keep scrolling. They'll be like, what the fuck was that? And keep scrolling. But if you confuse people to the perfect amount where they're like engaged to the video, they rewatch it, or they go to the comment, if you confuse the viewer like just right, it'll work perfectly for you. I'm gonna throw up a video right here. This was my most viral video from a product I used to run. This video hit 29 million views, and it sparked just the right amount of confusion that people were in the comments like, what is it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna just show you guys the video right now. I had was one line, POV, everybody thinks this is a water bottle. So in the first half of the video, you're like, isn't this just a water bottle? Like, what is he talking about? And then as soon as you see me smoke out of it, everybody's like, boom. That one line sparked the perfect amount of confusion that people in the comments were still confused. People in the comments were arguing. That's confusion. That's the 3rd viral ingredient. Now let's move on to the 4th. Now the 4th viral ingredient is sexual references. And I've already said this a million times, bro. This only works if you don't take it too far. Basically for this one, there's nothing much to break down, bro. Sexual jokes. You have people on TikTok scrolling all day. They see something funny, they laugh, they like the video, they might comment. To me personally, I don't think this is the best type of video to make for conversions. But if you want to get views, this is the best way to do it. I don't know, bro. TikTok and their sexual jokes, people love it. People are hella horny nowadays. I'm gonna throw a video right here.
Ever since my balls blew up on TikTok, people have been making knockoff versions of them. Today, I'm gonna be testing out one of the knockoff versions. This is what it looks like. It barely glows and it doesn't even bounce.
As you can see, the subtle sus jokes, they always work. They always hit on TikTok. To see how you can add a small sexual joke in one of your videos, it's not that complicated. This is probably the easiest one. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. The 5th viral ingredient is story. I think this is one of the most slept on viral ingredients by far. That's why I left it for last. But basically this one's self-explanatory. You just want to start the video off by telling a story. You're just setting up the scene. You have a quick hook telling the story, and it just sets up the scene. Basically, you want the viewer to relate to what you're saying so they can follow along with your story. So I'm gonna throw up a video right here.
My boyfriend gave me 15K and told me to get a BBL. Instead, I bought BBL shorts and pocketed the rest.
That was a perfect example of a story. She told a story, a 1-sentence hook. It kept the viewers engaged, and then she showed off her product. They probably made so much money off that ad. As you can see, she told a story about her boyfriend giving her money for like a BBL or some shit, but then she ended up buying those short BBL things. It's a dumb story, but you can see the NPCs on TikTok laughing at that, like, and then they go buy it because they want fat asses, you know. Alright, those are the 5 viral TikTok ingredients. Hopefully you learned some shit that you can implement in your TikToks. Just because you add one of these ingredients doesn't mean you're automatically gonna go viral. You need to have a good product. You need to be good at making videos. Along with adding these ingredients, you need to be good at making videos. you need to have good lighting, you need to have all this shit to work together to go viral. The more you work on these, you can have hit after hit after hit, I promise you. And the best thing I've seen is to combine some of these ingredients. So if you have a good video with multiple ingredients, there's a high chance you will go viral. I'm gonna throw up an example right here.
The principal searched my bag and didn't realize. Now I can bring whatever I want to class. I wonder what else can fit inside. Who wants one?
As you can see, he started off with the storytelling. Something about his teacher and him sneaking in the can. And then at the end, he said, I wonder what else can fit in here with the eggplant emoji. It's a subtle sus joke. It's not like he said, I'm gonna stick my dick in this shit. No, he said, what else can fit in here with the eggplant emoji. He was storytelling in the beginning, a perfect sus joke that matched the energy of his video. It all flowed together perfectly. Boom, viral video. Combining some of these ingredients together, I promise you guys, if you implement this correctly, you will go viral more and more and more. Alright, we're done talking about those ingredients. There's just a little bonus section for this video. I'm going to be comparing two dropshippers who are dropshipping the same exact product. But as I'm about to show you guys, their videos are completely different. One of them is actually good, and one of them is fucking terrible. But both of these dudes are dropshipping the water gun. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen the water gun. I'm going to start off by showing the better guy. I'm going to throw up his video right now.
It comes with 2 mags. The small one lasts for only 15 seconds. Pretty average. But the big one, well, open wide.
As you can see, this dude's just like, he's good at making content, bro. He has fast-paced clips. He's good at editing. He's getting good clips. As you can see right here in this video, he added a little sus joke. It worked perfectly. The small one lasts for only 15 seconds. Pretty average. Come on, just a little sus joke to throw in some extra comments. Now let's move on to this other dude, bro.
Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown.
What the fuck was that, bro? Like, bro, what kind of content is this? Alright, my fault, my camera just died. But I'm about to end up this video pretty soon anyway. So obviously those first 2 videos, self-explanatory. I don't know what the second dropshipper is trying to do. Like, it's a simple comment. Do they hurt? He didn't even respond. He just fucking shot his little black brother, bro. I don't think I need to explain to you guys why that's a horrible TikTok. There's just not a lot going on. I would not like that video. I would not interact with that video. But moving on to the next one.
It's a parade inside my city, yeah. It's a parade inside my city, yeah. Hey, shaking, giving, emo, counting, product, cut a fig, blade, bring the cut, while you cut up like Florida, yeah.
Once again, this dude is just good at making content. Like, he's replying to a comment, John Morant, when he's bored. He doesn't even need to say much. He just replied with a good video of him taking it out of his pocket, flipping the gun around, shooting it. He's emptying the mag. He's just doing a lot of good clips. He's putting in extra effort. Like I always say to you guys, fast-paced clips. You want to have multiple clips per video. You don't just want a straight video of you holding out the gun, shooting it like this. Bro, who's watching that, bro? That's so boring. This dude has a new fucking clip every 2 seconds. It's boom, 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 always something happening. He's shooting the mirror. He empties the mag. He takes it out of his pocket. Now he's shooting the bottles. It's just always something new happening. Now let's go look at another video from the second dude. Let's see if he improved.
Aqua blasting my way this summer.
Hopefully I don't need to explain this to you guys, but I don't know what type of content this is. Aiming at the ground, shooting the ground, doing nothing. Basically, this video just said a whole lot of nothing. He said, aqua blasting my way into summer. What the fuck does that even mean? Alright, hopefully that helped you guys. Gave you guys a list of the 5 viral TikTok content ingredients. I showed you guys some examples of what good dropshipping content should look like versus what bad dropshipping content looks like. So if you are struggling right now with making content, just try to implement the stuff you learned in this video. But you also need to remember, making content is a skill, bro. It takes time to develop, just like any other skill in life. Don't think it's hella easy, like making TikToks, like, oh, it's just TikTok. Like, no, bro. There are skills and ingredients you need to master in order to be going viral consistently. Just take your time with it, practice every single day, post TikToks every single day, no matter how many views they're getting. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. Use this shit you learned in this video, start implementing it into your TikToks, fucking go viral, make some money, run it up. That's it for this video.
I'm going to the top, I call this shit the promised land. Benjamin on my bands, smile on my face, do the Benjamin dance.